IBM is rolling out the Z17 mainframe, which is AI ready. Predictive and generative AI with multimodal support is baked into this new product, which will be available in June. You might have heard that mainframes are either dying or immortal, depending on which side of the argument you're on, but it is relatively safe to assume that the new wave of AI could very well bring this beast back from the dark ages. Now, the question that I have for you, Al, is can we expect to see data centers running full suites of Z series that are performing AI stuff?
I think we'll see maybe not entire data centers. Mainframes these days are not quite the same beasts that they were 40 years ago when a single mainframe occupied the entire data center. But we will see these things turning up in organizations that already have their core applications on Z series. And please forgive me if I call it Z series. I come from a British origined place, and so my Americanized English sometimes slips, particularly while I'm here at home. So the Z Series 17 arrives after a 2-year run for Z Series 16 and increasing revenue. Weird thing, right? Mainframes with increasing revenue. And I think this is kind of fundamental to it. The people who are still using mainframes are doing so because they enable capabilities within their organization that they would not get from any other platform, and often because they have so much sunk intellectual property in the applications and the processes that run on these mainframes. Now, that sunk intellectual property generates the hugely valuable data that is going to be what feeds into these AI applications. And so I can see a lot of logic in running those AI applications alongside the same platform that is already handling that really valuable data and the business processes that are operated by that very valuable data. We typically don't see this as being there's a whole bunch of green screens and twin-X cables and make-before-break connectors that will be giving some of you nightmare flashbacks. We do see the mainframe as being something that's accessible from a more mainstream application, so you may not even know that there is a mainframe behind the application that you're using. I liked that part of the announcement was not just that this was about generative AI. The kind of AI that we've seen through OpenAI and ChatGPT, looking like a very intelligent colleague with very good general knowledge, but a little bit too much confidence. But also in the announcement was the predictive AI, what we've traditionally called AI ML, where it's not quite trying to emulate a human being, but trying to find patterns in your data to predict what will happen with the future based on those trends. Again, that valuable data lives on mainframes in a lot of organizations. Interesting to see things like 90% of credit card transactions currently run on Z series systems. And so that's a pretty significant thing. It's a place where the value of mainframes has not gone away, but of course the agility and flexibility that we want to see from more modern development practices, cloud native development practices, aren't particularly widespread on mainframe. Having said that, mainframes are a virtualization platform. You can run modern operating systems in virtual machines on these mainframes. I've certainly seen plenty of presentations around running cloud platforms like OpenStack on top of Z-series mainframes. So there may well be still lots of that flexibility and adaptability without losing the scalability that you get from mainframe systems. May well see plenty of racks full of nice black Z series in future data centers.